how often people actually like look into their closets and say, I want to dress up, like just dress however I want to right now. It's always like, okay, I'm going to a meeting, I got to realize what kind of people are there, and like, you know, I got to like fit in. There aren't any rules like in fashion. They're all in your head, so you can make up your own rules. So I decided that I'm just not going to have any rules. I am from Austin, Texas. You can really like feel this type of jazzy, bluesy kind of youthful energy. Growing up, I really submerged myself into theater and drawing. I wouldn't say I had a lot of friends growing up, and I kind of glued myself to my sister, who's 9 years older than me. She's like, I'd say like the coolest person I've ever met. I don't actually know like a big chunk of my family. If anything has really like touched me, it's been more like the gay community within fashion. I grew up with a strong gay community in my house. Maybe it's because they come from somewhere where it's not acceptable to be that way, and finally now, you know, they're in a place where they feel comfortable and they're really just showing their colors, and that inspires me. I was walking across Waterloo Park and I was just dressed up like a punk. I was wearing my like no effect shirt and my ripped up shorts. This guy with this big beard came up to me and was like, oh, you're so pretty, like you could be a really good model, and da da da. I was like, who are you? Behind him followed his wife with the baby, and they're like, hey, we started this scouting company, we're from New York, we think you'd be a good model. Like, I worked at a grocery store at the time, and I think I had like a really bad week the following week, and was like, anything is better than beep, beep. I finally gave them a call. Actually, no one was really interested. They were all like, she's a little short, she's a little busty, we're not really sure. I was like, that kind of sucks, like I kind of want to go to New York City, so how about you guys buy me a ticket and I will convince somebody to take me on. My family doesn't really travel a lot, so the idea of me being on a plane by myself is completely foreign to me. Like, is this map upside down? What's going on? Like, it's kind of crazy where it's gone today. I'm walking down the street and I see my face and it's so weird. I don't ever remember clothes being a super stressful thing in my life ever. Like, I need this or I need that, or I never like picked up a Vogue magazine until I started becoming a model. This is a Kangol hat. I think it was like Itylelikeu wears. I love fuzzy hats like this. I really like buttoning the buttons all the way to the top because it's kind of my inner dork. Spice it up a little bit by putting on some shorts with like a funky pattern on it. I feel like I would wear this to go out in. It would probably look really cute, like swaying around, dancing. This is, I got in Russia, actually. I really love leather gloves because I have this iconic imagery stuck in my head of like, you know, the girl driving the car. Obviously, I like a little bit more of a girly kind of thing. And then when I go to Paris, I dress more like this, more like business, but like with color. I have this tattoo. It says hello. It's really like my approach to life. I was being very open-minded, and the word itself is really inspiring, you know. It's the beginning of a friendship, it's the beginning of a love letter. The job I have is definitely a lifestyle. I'm never like off the clock, I guess. The fashion industry, it's based basically on judging someone by how they look, right? I mean, like, that's part of it. I don't come from a world of money or a world of fancy clothes or anything like this. So when I come and I meet some of these people that want to judge me or like put me down because I'm not of their standards or something like this, it just really makes me laugh. I mean, I just think back to my friends back in Texas and how much that they would laugh at the same situation and how much that they love me for who I am. I don't know what to tell you about music except for it's like the biggest part of my life. I wouldn't say like, you know, I have a guitar, but I wouldn't say I'm like a huge like professional. I don't shred or anything. It helped me become comfortable with who I am, because in Austin there's so many different genres of music that I went through every single phase. I've been pierced all over the place and I've had pink hair, green hair. That was my first thing I wanted to be when I grew up, was a rock star. Now I'm a fashion star, and then I'll be a movie star. Reach for the stars, right? A good model these days isn't just a model, she's also a dancer, and also, like, you know, you have to know a lot about yourself. They go out and experience life. The last thing that a photographer wants is to have a model in front of his camera that does not inspire him. I have had, you know, a lot of things happen to me. I'm not going to say specific things, but that have made me have to move from one place to another, to almost like be homeless at one point, to almost be like, but I mean, I'm today where I am right now. If I can't think of one of these bad things that didn't contribute to where I am today.